one, I thought I would film a start to finish, but edited, so it's not an hour and a half long, of me getting ready for an event that I am going to later this morning. I am speaking on a panel about social media in fashion. I could talk about social media and beauty, but anyway, that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is get ready with me, so start to finish. This is how I woke up, like literally, I'm in my robe, and I washed my hair last night, put it in a towel, and woke up like this. I don't even know. So I washed my face. That's not entirely true. I did wash my face and brush my teeth, and let's put on some makeup and do my hair, and let's see what it looks like. I am clean and moisturized. Let's get this party started. I have dug out my last bottle of Guerlain Lingerie Depot Original. This is the shade Beige Claire 02, a little too dark, and I'm mixing it with another oldie that I have dug out of my foundation drawer. This is NARS Sheer Glow. Remember this from the old days of YouTube? And this is in the shade Mont Blanc, which is a little too light. So together, ta-da! So I'm gonna mix these, about a pump of each on the back of my hand, which is probably going to be too much. So I just kind of blob them together, whoop, and mix it up. Did you know IT Cosmetics is now sold at Sephora.com? This is very exciting, I guess. It's exciting. I have not explored this thing yet, but I've been told, mostly from watching other people's YouTube videos, that there's some exclusive products at Sephora that will not be available at Ulta, where it is normally sold. So this is exciting. Just buffing that in, down, you know, the usual places, down the jawline, onto the neck a little bit, so forth and so on. So foundation is on. Now, next step. A lot of you ask about this, so let me just go over this very clearly. Under eyes is a two-step process. First, I correct and then I conceal. Some people only do one or the other. I do both. It's not necessary. Nothing is necessary. This is just makeup, but it's MAC Prep and Prime highlighter pen, I think is the official name. Prep and Prime highlighter in the shade Radiant Rose. Click it up. I do a little swipe, kind of concentrating more in this inner corner where my darkness is. I don't have heavy dark circles, but I have a little bit. I let it sit just for a little bit to thicken up. That has been recommended to me by several MAC makeup artists. Then I'm gonna conceal, and today I'm going with IT Cosmetics, strangely enough. Their Bye Bye Under Eye, which I don't love as much under my eyes, but I do love on my face. I'm having a really good skin day, not really anywhere that I need. I'm just gonna, where's my concealer brush? Not too shabby. I've been kind of tinkering with my skincare routine. A little sunspot right there, no matter what I do, will not go away. I've been removing some products and simplifying things. And my skin is happy with me for that decision. So, how about that? Anyway, I'm just using, this is a really old double-ended brush. Not really old, it's a year old. I think it's a Tarte brush. Can't remember from when. Anyway, here we go. Just kind of, you can use your finger. I often use a finger. I'm being fancy for you guys today. Now for the second process in the concealing of the under eye, the actual concealing part. And I am using the, I'm waving this around at you like that's gonna tell you, the Collection Lasting Perfection, just a couple dots or 3. And let's just stick with the finger for now. I always have a washcloth in my lap, an old one, just so I can wipe my fingers off. In case you're wondering, I'm not wiping them on my pants. I do set my under eyes, and today I'm using the Guerlain Meteorites. So I'm using the Wayne Goss 02 brush, which is the only brush I actually have. And I do close my eyes when I do this because I'm wearing contacts and don't want finely milled powder in my eyes. Okay, then I go for my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. Okay, I'm gonna just, you know, I do this, not so much to set my makeup because I have dry skin, it's really not going anywhere, but more as kind of a canvas for the next layer. It helps all the powders that are going on next. It makes them blend better, especially this next step. Contouring. That one, no, that one, there we go, this one. Fan brush and swirl it around. Tilt the head down, suck in the cheeks, follow the line. It's like painting by numbers. But don't follow the line like all the way to the corner of your mouth because that would look strange. Ideally, you're supposed to stop here. Makeup artists generally recommend stopping around the corner of your eye. You know, do the best you can. It's kind of my rule of thumb in life. Just do the best you can. It's like a target, not an absolute. All right. Chisel that jowl line a little bit. Okay, next onto bronzing. No surprise here. Too Faced Milk Chocolate Bronzer. Okay, hair, really? Like everywhere. Okay. Coastal Scents brush. I love it. I have hair all over me. It's pathetic. Swirl that around, tap it off. I like to go right on top of and a little above the, ooh, got some on my tongue, does taste like chocolate, right over the contour to kind of blend it. And you're basically doing the 3 and the E symbol. And down the neck. So warming the face. Someone asked me what's the difference, like why can't you use the bronzer for your contour? You can. If you have a matte bronzer, you absolutely can. Generally speaking, the contour is supposed to mimic shadows on your face, as if you had like crazy cheekbones that are so sharp that it's casting a shadow on your face. And shadows are cool toned and bronzers are usually warm toned. So that's generally why, you know, makeup artists say use 2 different, you know, products. But, you know, I mean, if you've got a matte bronzer and it works for you, you know, we've all done it. It's not like someone's gonna pop out of a bush while you're walking down the street and be like, I am the beauty police and you used a warm tone bronzer to contour, you're under arrest. I mean, that's ridiculous. I've contoured with warm bronzers all the time. It's fine, whatever. I don't think it really matters. But if you're like really finicky and you just kind of want it just so, then yeah, go for a cool tone bronzer. It does, or a cool tone contour. It makes a tiny bit of a difference. And obviously do not use a shimmery one because shadows do not glitter. So yeah, okay. Just making sure it's all blended. I probably just blended away any contour that I had. Oh well, okay. Now in the layering process, I go for my highlighter next and I'm busting out another oldie but goodie. The Balm's Mary Luminizer. I'm finding a newfound love for her. She is amazingly bright. Where is it? Okay, back to the Wayne Goss brush. Pat that in, tap it off because a lot of highlight here. There's nothing subtle about this and that's good because I'm not going for subtlety here at all. Whoa, except maybe not like, whoops. Okay, I mean, I do want it blended though. You can definitely, as an older woman, wear a strong highlight. Just try to keep it away from the crow's feet, and I'm getting dangerously close, so I'll have to blend that a little. Okay, I busted out another oldie but goodie because it's technically fall and somewhere in the world. So I want a fall color, and I'm wearing a cranberry color dress, so I'm kind of bringing out those tones. This is NARS Sin. I think it's still available. I've heard rumors that it was discontinued, but I didn't check yet. So NARS Sin, Real Techniques Multitask Brush. Yep, that's what it's called. And tap it in and just kind of tap and swirl. Blending together the bronzer and contour and the highlights, all blending and layering. So, eyebrows. For some reason, I always, do you guys do this? I always start on one side of my face. I always do the left side, left-handed. Just to change things up a bit, I'm gonna make myself do the right side. Let me lean in here. I will try to stay in frame for you and in focus. Hang on. Okay, I'm gonna pencil in the tail first. This side doesn't grow in like the other side. Sisters, not twins, right? Clearly not on the eyebrows. Just a rule of thumb, line it up, corner of the nose, corner of the eye. That's where the eyebrow should end. Kind of squaring off the ends. Filling it in. Eyebrows drawn in, just putting them in place with the NYX Brow Mascara. Admittedly, I don't have the best lighting, or I can't see as well as you can see me. So when I'm all done, I'll probably go back in my bathroom and just make sure these guys are a little more evenly matched, but let's pretend between all of us here that they are looking pretty much the same. All right, let's move on to the eyeshadow. I'm really excited to show you what I've been doing with my eyes lately, because it's totally different than what I've normally been doing. And even Michael's like, oh, I really like your makeup lately. And he doesn't always comment on that or notice even that my eye makeup looks any different than normal. As men, you know, are usually like, what's that stuff on your face? So that's kind of nice. All right, here's the palette. This is huge. Essence, All About Nudes, I believe is what it's called. Yes, All About Nudes eyeshadow. They also have All About, I think, Rose, All About other colors, but All About Nudes, I think it's like, it's definitely under $10. Going with this one all over the lid with a flat shader brush of your choice. My choice is a MAC 239. When I have it, I have it. You can also wet your brush if you want this a little more pigmented. You're not gonna see, actually, you know what, I'm gonna go with this one up here. This is a little more color to it. You're not gonna see a huge difference here on my lid because, let's face it, it's pretty much the color of my eyes. And I don't have a lot of pigment to my skin. So that's all over the lid. And then with a fluffy brush, going in with this mid-tone brown in the crease. I'm not too worried about blending this out because I'll show you what I'm doing next. Now I'm just wiping off that brush and I'm going back with that color that I first tried on my lid and I really didn't get much color payoff, which is fine. That's what I'm going to use to blend out. I purposely am not blending it, so don't freak on me because I know someone's going to write something in the comments. Anyway, I'm going over the top of it, the top edge, and I'm going to use that to blend out the top. Back and forth and back and forth. You can use little circular motions here just to get that blended seamlessly into the skin. And then I'm going to go in with the lightest matte shade and hit the brow bone. Whoops, also hit my eyebrow there. I want to add some fun into this. So I'm going to take this color here, which doesn't look all that interesting, but when you swatch it, it's a lot darker. There we go. And it has a little sparkle in it. So I'm gonna just take that on a more pointier crease brush. This is a Sephora brush. Excuse me, allergies. And I'm gonna stick that in the corner here, kind of poke it in and twirl it around, and then just kind of add some depth to the outer corner. Come on, Marnie. Been doing this a while. Get the words right. Actually, I don't like that brush. No, Okay, I mean, I like it, just not for that purpose. MAC 222, a little stiffer, a little pointier, a little more precise. Yeah, that's a little better. I have a small dog on my lap. Hi, Mimi. How you doing? Mimi's gonna be a big sister. The end of November. Follow the vlogs to find out and see pictures. All right, I'm not done with all the blending, but I wanna get under my eyeballs and get on with this. So I'm using that mid-tone shade that I used in the crease under the eyes with a pencil brush. Real quickly. And then big random fluffy brush. Just kind of go around all the edges and make sure everything is blended. Not done though. I'm gonna go back in and add more of the lid shade just to brighten things up a little bit, because that kind of got lost with all the layers. And then normally I would add, if this were just my everyday look, which it has been lately, without the dark corner, I would add, I don't know, there's no mirror. I would add this highlight shade, but because it's kind of like a little more fun thing I'm doing today, I'm gonna add the highlight that's on my face in the corners, just to really make it go bling. I could also have used my finger, which I will be doing soon. I think next week I'm gonna do the no brushes makeup challenge. Sam Schurman tagged me for that. That'll be interesting. Okay, slightly not terrified, but slightly curious as to how that's gonna go. Eyeliner, you can see I've been trying to figure out a good one. The one I wanna use I don't own. There's an Estee Lauder one that's a brown burgundy, perfect shade. I don't have a brown burgundy. This one is from Makeup Forever. It's the D62 shade in their Aqua XL pencil. It's like a deep brown with some sparkles in it. And I'm just going along the edge, whatever, the lash line. Sorry about the emails. But if you want to save, Southwest is having a big 3-day sale apparently. Let me just line those real quick, I'll be right back. Okay, while I was smacking on the eyeliner, I also curled my lashes, and now I curled them so much that I can feel my lashes touching my brow bone. That's a strange feeling. Going to put on my mascara, which you also do not need to see me do, but it's the IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara, which I still love, but it is starting to clump, which kind of stinks, but I still love it. I am open to suggestions. You know what I love. I like a big, thick, volumized, fat lash. So if you all want to recommend something that I haven't talked about yet that you think I need this mascara in my life, please let me know. I am open to shopping for all of us. Okay, last step before I do my hair and lips. I'm just gonna do a little makeup setting spray. This is the Urban Decay Chill. Just gonna, probably overdid it there. All right, I'm gonna just straighten and curl my hair, kind of an oxymoron. Ugh, Jake says hello. And sorry, I really need to turn that off. And I'm gonna put on some lipstick. I'll link the tutorial that I've done before, how I did my hair, and I'll come back when I am all done and we'll do a little chit chat, and I'll see you in, it'll be probably like 45 minutes, but it'll be like that. All right, all done. I am gonna add a little dry shampoo for some volume, but lipstick, I line my lips with NARS lip liner in Marnie because I want my lipstick to last a little bit longer because I'm gonna be talking for a while. And then over that, I put the Butter London Lippy Lipstick Crayon in Ruby Tuesday, and that's it. Anyway, let me know if you like this chatty kind of get ready with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye. As you know, from time to time, makeup brands send me things to review, and I've been accumulating a few things. Actually, I have a lot of things, but I only want to talk about the stuff I've actually had a chance to use.